Hey everyone, it's Jeff again from Invested Climber. Welcome to another episode today. Before we do get started, just want to remind y'all to smash the like button, comment below on what types of videos you'd like us to make, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell. Thanks. So today we're going to be going over two routes. One is a V5 route and one is a V4 route in the cave, so it almost feels like a V5 route. So as we go through this, I'll go ahead and kind of talk to you about what I'm looking for and just kind of tips on how to rock climb as you start moving up from V0 to V3 to V4 and V5s and start breaking into the 6s and 7s will be a future video, okay? So as you get better from V0s to V2 to V3, V4, V5s, you're gonna notice that footwork matters a lot more. And also how you're moving your body throughout a climb is really important for saving energy. So if you're matching every single hold, you're going to be wasting a lot more energy versus if you just move to the next hold with a lot of purpose. So as you can see, my buddies here, they do match a lot more than I expect you need to on these routes. So they did waste a lot of energy by the time they got to the sloper. Now here's an example of how I think you should do it. So Sean is first going to go ahead and do the undercling, shoot his right hand up to that left hold, and then put his left one on the other one. Instead of matching either of those holds, he shoots his right immediately to that big jug. He shoots his right hand over there. He doesn't waste any time trying to match the one on the volume and shoots his hand to the little small chip hold and then bumps it up straight to the sloper. He stays low on the sloper too, that way he gets more friction on that hold. He sticks his right foot over just to balance off and bumps his left hand over to the next hold and then flags a little bit with his left foot on that other red one and then walks his feet just straight over and matches the finish hold. So this next route we're gonna go over is a purple V4 route. Has a mixture of some slopes, some side pulls, and an interesting kind of quick dyno start with a finish on the cliff. You actually start in that top left little jug looking thing right there. So first we'll just kind of talk about the moves and what you should be doing while you're on this route. So you'll see a lot of us fall, and Jared will actually do the full send at the end of the video, but he gave us beta, so I'll go ahead and talk about that at the end. So at the first thing, you'll kind of notice I've also made a lot of mistakes. First being that I didn't look at the route. So my first tip to anyone who's starting off is to make sure you know where the holds are at. If you don't know where the holds are at, you could have a really hard time figuring out where you should be going, especially with a route like this where a lot of the holds are close together. My second tip for everyone is to actually strengthen your core. It's especially important for any overhanging rock walls. So something like this, you need to have a strong core because otherwise your feet will be dangling. So you got to use the muscles in between your shoulders and your hip to push your legs onto the small holds. And then by having a strong core, you can kind of kick off those small holds and reach for the next hold a lot better. So my second pro tip would be to strengthen your core and do more morning workouts to help with routes like this one. My third and final pro tip would just be to keep on climbing. So persistence is key. The more you do something, the more you master it. And climbing is no exception to that rule. You'll learn a lot of different techniques as you just keep on climbing. You'll learn things like the drop knee, learning how to keep your center of mass in the correct spots so you can move to the next hold a lot easier on more difficult routes. And yeah, so like I said, my third and final pro tip would be to just keep on climbing and then making sure you go at least 3 to 4 times a week, so you can get used to the different moves required in rock climbing. But if you start noticing that you're having any finger problems, or if you're feeling like your fingers are really sore, you should take a break because your fingers are mostly made of tendons, so they're not muscles and they don't recover as quickly. So we definitely don't want a finger injury. And for the last part of the video, we'll just go ahead and narrate what Jared's doing. So he hops up and does a little pistol squat onto that beginning start hold, and then he kicks his right foot over to the chip, gets his left hand on the first sloper and matches it, bumps his right hand over to the next sloper and gets his left hand on the side pull. He then moves his feet over and puts his right hand onto the one before the final hold, and then bumps his left one onto the roof, and then finally matches onto the top of the cliff. And that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed watching us send those 5s and 4s and enjoyed the free tips that we gave you. Remember to hit the like button, comment below on what types of videos you'd like us to make, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell, and climb on, everyone. Thanks.